Alright, well, it's been a while since I've done a video. It's been pretty hectic over here. It's sneaking out in the garage, getting, one bolt tightened and having to go back in and come back out later and maybe tighten the 1.5 bolts. But anyways, got the body put on. I had to basically cut open the floor and rip out the rusted captured nuts on all of the body mounts. Only had one captured nut that survived, and I kept that one where it was rather than spending a lot of the effort trying to undo it. Everything's a mess. Like again, it's been a little crazy and hectic. So there's the dash. Got the boat radio in. Got the gauges there. Still got stock steering wheel on that. Got to replace that guy, but the engine harness came in. It's got a fuse and relay box. This is the speed sensor wire. So kind of got a little jerry-rigged here for that first start video, which I did yesterday. Went ahead and pulled the spark plugs off. These are just some stock replacements from Auto Vance, and got to return those. Here's the issue with these. You'll see real quickly. I'll show you with these Novak mounts. It's you can't have center dump, and if it's rear dump, you can see how close you would be to the firewall here, and it just creates a lot of heat issues. So you have to find what's called near center dump. Sanderson Headers has a set that works real good, but they're pretty pricey. These are an eBay special, but you can see as a result of eBay special, we got a little bit of clearance issue here at the boot. So we need 135-degree boots so they don't melt. And after the first start, I pulled these out super fast. I didn't want to melt anything or ruin anything before I can return it. The stock replacement costs exactly the same as it does to go ahead and get these aftermarket ones. I'm getting them from Amazon Prime, so that's 2-day delivery. Be good to go. Gonna have to extend the positive here from the starter. It's not long enough from the stock 4.2 engine that was in the Jeep before. So, and then this is also the Easy Wire chassis harness. I had everything all pretty and dolled up. I have, you can see the headlight, the front clip harness part of it is still has this PET coating on it. Looks real nice. I really like it. I didn't really worry about it with the harness and getting everything ready to go here because truthfully, I really just want to get it on the road. I want to enjoy this thing and get it done. And this winter, I'll spend some time taking the harness clamps off and then dolling up the harness and getting it all pretty. So that'll give me time really too to figure out exactly what all, if I need to add any wires in, I need to do anything, put accessories on. I mean, it gives me the opportunity rather than having to really do this multiple times, because I did it once and then started to do it again here for this whole harness setup and everything, and kept finding things I needed to redo. So I was just gonna wait on it. Did find out here, this is a standalone harness. I don't know if you can see, but no, kind of hard. But these LS engines have the oil pressure sensor in the back. I replaced that because mine was brittle and broke off. Didn't know, hindsight, but well, that was a $50 sensor that I did not need to replace. I could have just filled it in with a cap. Because autometer gauges, or even if you were to try to figure something out with your stock gauges, it's going to use. Yeah, I tapped the oil down there. Starting it, it would spew the hydraulic fluid from the power steering reservoir, and that's what I was smelling. Kept smelling. I was like, man, where's that smell coming from? But I had a few issues getting it started. The there's one computer wire here to power your computer. It's the 12-volt switch, and I had that wired into the 12-volt switch power wire for the whole dash, for the gauges, for the radio, everything. The problem with that is that only has power in the on accessory. So I turn on in the on position, and if I was to go to start right now, I'll try to slightly go towards it. There it goes. See, you can see the radio turned off. So that was happening as the computer was turning off and I was trying to start. And I kind of had my own personal food bar down up in here. The kind of hard to see, but anyways, I had the fuel pump and fuel sender wires crisscrossed. So that was a bit of my fault there, but I was going on based on the old Jeep color coding on the wires, and I guess this aftermarket fuel pump assembly just happened to have the complete exact opposite of the color on the wire, so I had that backwards. Getting the body on was a bit of a trial and error. Getting it lined up, it wasn't fun. It definitely took two guys, and I had to do some notching for the transfer case to clear. But all ready to go to get the pinion angle set, get the purchase welded on, get the drive shaft bolted up, and got to finish the brake lines. Just gonna have to use a clamp here onto the outside of the rail and run it up. This is a NBM aftermarket brake booster assembly, so it's a double diaphragm. Got the master. This is a 7-inch, so it's gonna work pretty well. And this is the prop valve from NBM as well for 4-wheel disc brakes. Now it's very nominal. Some people do experience issues when they use a prop valve that came off a drum in front disc brake vehicle. There is a little bit of a difference in the percentages, but it's very, very nominal, and a lot of people don't experience an issue when going to 4-wheel disc and still using the same prop valve, and some people do experience issues. Got a friend with an XJ. He got an 8.8 in it, 4-wheel disc brake now, and in the snow you can see the rear is not locking up like it should. So we gotta swap the prop valve out on his. So the 1-inch body lift went real well. Had a lot of trouble lining up because this fin, I don't know if it can be seen, you can kind of see it, but this is part of the body right here, and it was getting caught on the fuel tank. So I may need to still pry that out a little bit. I hope not. I don't want it rubbing the poly tank and puncturing it, but we'll see. I think that's about all I have to really update you with. I didn't get to do any live videos. It's just been hectic. Fuel filters on. See if I can get you a light. So got the fuel filter. This is the Wix filter, the Corvette return filter. And I just got standard hose barb fittings because this is a return LS engine, and I went ahead and capped it. Now capping it, you do gotta accommodate for that when you get your computer flashed. The injector table's gotta be appropriately accounted for by capping it like that. I ended up getting the Moto built bracket to mount this. Let me get that flashlight again. What do I do with it? I think this is the bane of every garage. You use something, you set it down, and you spend 15 minutes finding it. Well, so this Moto built bracket just works by let's see if I can show. See,
the stock the computer screws there. There's 2 on each side, and it just bolts to there. And then you can see that it bolts to the firewall, so it just holds it.
And so there you can see the computer. It's you can kind of see it, so it won't be too visible. So if you're sitting up like this, you're not really gonna be able to see it. You gotta be careful with your feet a little bit, but you won't be able to see it. So back before I knew all my plans, the speedometer here is the mechanical one. I'm gonna have to return this and get a electric one, and that's what that green wire is hanging from the computer. That's for the electric speedometer. So gotta fill up the transmission transfer case and just do a little bit of welding, and that's really it, and we can get on the road here. This is the Radiators, another eBay special aluminum radiator for V8 swaps. I'm gonna have to figure out how to hook up these radiator hoses. This one won't be too hard. The trick here is that what you want to do is you want to get a solid aluminum tube. Let me use this as an example. So what you're going to do is get a solid aluminum tube, and you're going to use like a 45 and a 90 boot, and you're going to connect it. And that's basically how you're going to get the top one in. That's the easiest way to do it. Now, I may find someone that, may have found just the right perfect car that has the perfect length. We'll see, but I think I may go the solid tube route, because then I can at least get those powder coated one day and make it look nice. Just got to do a U here. I went ahead and actually ordered it, so it's the 2 right sizes. And then this one right here, I got to figure out. You can see how close that is, and it's almost a little behind it a little bit, so I got to figure that out and how I'm going to do that. So trying to get that done this week. I'd really like to get this on the road by the end of the week. We'll see. But this eBay special, it does not line up. So you get 2, the top and the middle, and the bottom does not line up. And the problem is that you're too close to the headlight bowls. This side you can really see where they haven't notched where they're trying to. So maybe this would fit better in a TJ or an XJ or CJ, I don't know. But so what I did was I just went to Home Depot, got some aluminum channel, and I'm gonna match the stock bolt pattern on one side and match the radiator pattern on the other side. So this will give me the clearance I need to clear the headlight bowls there, and it's going to help the bolt patterns actually to line up. And I had the hood clearance issue. The cap was hitting. I need to come down about an inch really to clear, but I'd like to come down just a little bit more. That way I can get more of the radiator actually down here, because this right here is getting no air. That's just wasted. So I like to get this down as far as possible to maximize the amount of air hitting the fins. So I'll be able to use the C channel and lower it down. So we're very, very close. I'm gonna try to get out here and work on this some more today. Maybe I can get 3.5 bolts turned. I don't know. Alrighty. Well, that's the update I got for now, and I'll see if I can try to get some more live videos done.